to high-income Muslim couple that are suffering in their relationship. And I've spent so many years studying real relationship science and trying to popularize this real relationship science, because I think one of my talents is to be able to derive cause and effect and simplify things. And yeah, I think I can deliver massive value by just helping you see things in another way and change your action by changing the way you actually think and understand things. So that's one of the massive value I can provide. And for many years, I was just focusing on that, making content about these kind of things. But I now realize that another massive value I can provide is literally a Muslim couple therapist specialized in working with emotion, which means my work is to create intense experience, produce intense experience in my therapy room. That's my job. And the way I do that is literally I'm getting all these different clients. A lot of time they are successful power couples, Muslim couples, so they have such intricate history, and everybody is unique. And the way I do that is I get them to say and express the things they never could say to anybody in their life in my therapy room. And I'm the only one that can hear these kind of things. And I get them to express this in the best manner without any blocks and without any resistance to their partner, even though their partner has been mistreating them and has been in this conflictual relationship since years, which is extremely difficult. But what I'm saying is that's a pretty interesting experience, don't you think? Having all these people receiving all these different life story summarized into this brute emotion experience in my therapy room. I'm the one receiving these kind of things. And I never share that. But this shaped the way I see the world, the way I understand the world. And another thing is I'm trying my best to practice Islam as it's due. And I have spiritual experience as well, even though I'm a fasiq. I'm nothing big, right? I'm just a normal believer. But there is this interesting blend of experience here that I'm receiving, which allows me to have maybe distinctive insights I can provide you. And so another way I can maybe help you is not just to learn things about real relationship science and change things in your life and finding the best way to fix your relationship problem without wasting time and effort, which was the main value I was providing until now. But maybe another way I can help you is to just connect with you, being this guy, just connect with you by sharing my experience. And maybe with this sharing of experience, you can see that someone here can understand you, and maybe you can find solace and motivation and inspiration. So I'm speaking to you, the person behind this phone that may be suffering right now in your relationship. And suffering in a relationship is usually the most severe kind of suffering. It must be very difficult for you. And so I want to share my experience because I've been suffering in my life. I don't know who's watching this video. If it's a client, you don't know me, of course. If it's one of my children or my great children, maybe you only know the old version of me, or maybe you never know me and I just passed away, I don't know a lot. But maybe you heard about some of the things I got to experience in my life. So I've been suffering in my life. I had these moments suffering. And at the point I am in my life right now, the thing that helped me go through that suffering and really to have a thriving and happy life, despite all this pain I can feel and these difficulties in my life, is a simple twist in the way I see things and the way I see pain and suffering. And this twist is, I see pain as a rizq from Allah, as a gift from Allah, as a provision from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, maybe many people have done this kind of reminder in a very simple manner, I think. Not a simple manner because it's still very deep and needs a lot of reflection. But a lot of time people will tell you pain is good because pain is the proof that Allah loves you. And they don't never go into details, into the profound meaning of seeing pain and suffering as a rizq, as a provision and a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But first, that's an important point. It's true that if Allah put you in this trial, it means Allah loves you. That's true, and that's profound. And if you just understand this, you can probably live all your life and have a happy life, probably. But there was other insight I could get from my own suffering I can share with you, and I want to share with you. So the next thing is, this suffering, you see it as a loss. You're lacking some experience. The basis would be for you to feel pleasure and happiness. So every time you're suffering and you feel pain, it's actually something lacking in your life. But the truth is, every time you are having this suffering and pain, it means you are actually gaining something on the long run in paradise. So that's the thing that it needs to be meditated. Just imagine how many trees, how many different homes you are getting from this suffering. And not a simple tree. You're not getting just a tree that everybody will have in paradise. Maybe this tree will have some fruits that nobody could experience in their whole life. Maybe these fruits you'll be able to experience in paradise. Only you will be able to experience in paradise. Maybe there is this unique fruits that is reserved for you, and only you can have it. And so you are getting so much blessings, so much amazing gifts prepared for you in paradise at these moments where you are suffering. So you are receiving enormously from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at this exact moment. That's important. Then another thing is, this suffering stops you from getting many bad things in your life. And yesterday I had this thought, subhanAllah, when I've seen my son running to the stairs. He's a young boy, and I was like, oh, he will fall. And I got scared. And somehow, I don't know how he's done, but he didn't fall and just starts going down the stairs. And I just remembered that my son, there is angel in front of him and behind him, protecting him as everybody. And actually, Allah is protecting from much harm than you can notice. And maybe if we didn't have this internal suffering, we would have external form of suffering from Allah removing these protections. So that's another way this suffering and pain is actually a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But next, something even more interesting for me is I'm helping many high-income Muslims. These high income, usually they can get whatever they want in their life. Maybe not a yacht or a jet. Maybe that's too expensive for them. But watches, cars, name it all, they can have it a lot of time. So they have this material access given to them. But a lot of time they are lacking this happy relationship, this happy love, and that's very frustrating for them, because it's like I can get whatever I want, but it's like it's empty because I don't have this most important thing, that is love and happy, intimate, striving relationship. And at the same time, another thing they can buy is internal treasures like sabr, patience, like tawakkul, like connection with God, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They can't buy it. You can't buy it with money. The currency to buy this kind of thing isn't money. But sometimes the currency to have these kind of things is pain and suffering. Some of these things, contentment, qana'ah, patience, sabr, tawakkul, trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they don't come with money, they come with pain and suffering. That's how you are paying this kind of thing and getting this kind of things. And what's happening when you do that is shaping the lenses that allow you to see this world. And so it's shaping and changing the world you're living. So it's like you're paying to live in a 5-star hotel. All your life you've been in this 3-star hotel. It was good. But with the lens you had, the world was less vibrant, less beautiful. But now that you have different lenses, you can see the world differently. And this world is so much more amazing, so much more beautiful. It's a 5-star rated hotel. But you couldn't get it without that pain and suffering. Because to get into that world, to be able to see and experience that world, you need to have this internal shift first. You need to change what's inside you to be able to see this amazing world. And that you cannot do with money. You can only do with this other currency, that is pain and suffering. So that's a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You wouldn't be able to be in that amazing place without that pain and suffering. And so that's an amazing, important point as well. And the last point I want you to consider when looking at pain and suffering as a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's, I'll go a bit personal here, but I'm seen by my close one as someone that can have deep connection, can be genuine, someone congruent, and so on and so forth. But I also have the reputation to not be someone that cry a lot. I don't cry a lot, even when I have hardship. And alhamdulillah, I got my fair part of hardship in my life. But I wasn't crying. Financial hardship, I'm not crying. Humiliation, fights, things like that, I'm not crying a lot of time. But there is 2 things that make me cry all the time. The first one is losing a deep, secure attachment. Someone I'm deeply secure about. Someone I have this deep, secure attachment. And God knows I have people like this in my life because it's my job. And I'm actually applying this principle I'm teaching you. And I produce some of the most deep and secure relationship in my whole life with my family and marriage and so on and so forth. So now, I actually didn't experience the loss of these secure attachments, but I'm studying a lot about grief, and every time I'm watching these videos of someone that lose an important person, someone they were fondly and deeply attached with, I'm crying with the person. Every time I see this testimonial of people sharing the last moment with their loved partner or the child, I'm just crying. They just make me cry because I just get it. I have all this amazing relationship. I just love them so much, and it makes me cry. But another thing, and that's why you may be interested, another thing that makes me cry every time is in couple therapy, in my sessions, when it finally gets to the point where this unfunctional relationship, this unfunctional couple, this distressed couple finally come to the point where they can go to the crux of the matter. They can go to their deepest insecurity and vulnerability and share it to the other person. When I got to that moment, they cry and I'm crying with them. Because I was literally part of their family for a few sessions, for a few weeks, struggling with them, feeling the pain with them, helping them. And I was seeing how hard it was for them. And when they came to me, they were just this hopeless couple, this hopeless person telling to me, it's hopeless, I can't change, nothing can be done, my wife, that, it's not possible, nothing can be done, it's just hopeless. And if I'm saying to them, okay, if it's, so it's hopeless, so khair, inshallah, may Allah make it easy for you, and I'm trying to leave, they just hold me back. They're saying, it's hopeless, but stay with me. It's hopeless, but don't leave me. Do something. It's hopeless. I don't think there is any hope, but I still want someone to be on my side and help me. And so I helped them. And for many sessions, you had all the difficulties. You had the blocks, the mistrust, the pain in the couple therapy session. You had all these difficulties working with a couple until you can get to that corrective emotional experience where they tell to you something they couldn't say to anybody in their life, and then can finally share it to their partner, and the partner is able to answer, and they are having these bonding moments. They are having this life-changing conversation and life-changing love experience in the therapy session. I'm crying with them. It makes me cry. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. It makes me cry. But now what I want you to understand, and that's the point that is important for you, is it's never a happy couple, this couple that had nothing hard that makes us cry. It's never that person that's a millionaire that just had, they just had an happy relationship and wanted to get some therapy sessions because it's fun, why not? Let's go and let's discuss some of our things. And no, it's never this couple. It's always the most distressed couple. The couple that was suffering the most. They are the ones that makes you feel like this. And so the reason you're crying is because their story is so beautiful, and the reason their story is so beautiful is because there was suffering. That's what makes them special, and what allowed them to feel the way they felt after, and feeling this unique emotion that really you won't experience a lot in your life. It's thanks to that suffering. So this suffering, it's what makes you beautiful, what makes you special. That's a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And now I know that this video in itself won't help you to just get rid of that. I know for a fact my work is working with people like you. I know how hard it is, and I know it's not a 10-15 minutes video that will change things like this. I know we won't change things with a snap of fingers and that's it. No, I totally understand that. But my hope with this video is that sharing this experience I have and this insight I could have with many years working in that field will just help you feel connected with someone. Just 10-15 minutes. And my hope it will help you to see the things a little bit differently now. And yeah, that's it for today. Please share your comments in the comment section. Tell us what you thought of this video and tell us all the questions, problems, share these with us. Like that we can try to help you more, inshallah. And please, if you find this useful for you, share it with anybody that could be helped with this video. Anybody that could be helped. Of course, don't send it to irrelevant people because I'm not doing that to get my channel bigger. I'm just doing that to help more people. So anybody that you feel that could be helped by seeing this video, just share it with them, inshallah. And thank you for listening and watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.